you turn so cold.
WHIP, we are back. You obviously hear Sam Franklin in the building. We are here with you, the main event. Sam Franklin is from Crystal River, Florida, went to Citrus High School where he had 3 interceptions along with 79 tackles in a 2-year career. He is now headed into his senior year at Temple University as the starting linebacker. He had a breakout season last season. He's the first Temple football player to ever record the defensive cycle. In the building with us today, the man who brings the energy and the attitude, Sam Franklin. Welcome.
Hellos, how do you do?
Sam, how's it going? And how you feeling? You know, it's April. Campus is, starting to look a little nicer, warm weather.
I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, body's kind of beat up right now. We're just in spring ball. But, it's part of the process right now. But it's actually getting pretty beautiful outside. But Mother Nature keeps playing with me, keeps getting hot and cold. I'm about to move back to Florida for real.
You guys have the big game this weekend, right?
Practice really is kind of like a practice. Not really a game.
But, it's like...
Yeah.
What's it called? The cherry and white? What? Fun day or something?
Fun day.
Fun day.
Who's going to have fun out there?
He's rolling his eyes over here. He's like, fun day.
Fun for the students.
I just need somebody to sneak me a hot dog while I'm on the field. We won't tell nobody.
Sam, before you came to Temple, I want to get to it because we don't got all day with you. We know you got a busy schedule. Before you came to Temple, you went to Coast Prep. Right?
East Coast Prep, yeah.
East Coast Prep before you came to Temple, trying to figure yourself out after high school. Take us through that experience. And because the reason I'm asking you that now, because I feel like Sam Franklin was a way different Sam Franklin 4 years ago to the now Sam Franklin.
It actually was a pretty crazy process because I actually went to East Coast Prep, and when you first got there, you're on top of a mountain in Massachusetts, Great Barrington. There's nobody around, so you get there and you're like, oh man, this is crazy. You're in the woods, the neck of the woods. It's freaking bears out there, and you just have no communication. They take your phone, they take your laptop. There's no TVs. You don't get an Xbox, none of that. So it's really just.
Did you guys train with the Bears or something?
I wish we trained with the Bears. Nah, but when you got up there or whatever, and it was cool. You had your moments to where you're all right, I'm ready to quit or whatever. But it just really made you focus and want to be it really put you in a position to where if you really want to play this game, you're gonna do what you gotta do. So I was up there for 3 months. I did 5 courses because I didn't really go to school when I first in high school or nothing like that. I had a big ego but that kind of brought me back down to earth or whatever. And then it just took me to the next level. So every opportunity I had, I just took advantage of it. We played Army JV and Army Prep, so it was I got the experience the Army before I even came here. And then we played a couple of D3 schools and then a couple of JUCOs, and then it just really it really made you want to play football. And the craziest thing is I started off as a wide receiver up there. I was number 85, and then they switched me to defense, and I was still number 85. So it really made me just be all right, I guess the number's not really anything either, and it just made me want to play football even more. It just made me a better person altogether.
When you were up there, was there any point in time where you were this is really hard, this is a struggle? Did you ever consider trying to go back to Florida, or did you kind of just want to persevere?
Yeah, it's actually a point to where I was up there, I had just left home. My great grandma was really sick. She had dementia. She was losing her memory and things like that. And then they thought she was gonna go before I left. And then 2 weeks or something like that after I was up there, she had died. And I didn't have no money to get home for the funeral or whatever, because I had just got up there. It was I paid $6,000 to $7,000 just to be up there. So, and I got that out of my pocket too. So I had to work hard and all this other stuff. So when I got there, it was just oh man, I couldn't get back home for the funeral. I couldn't support my family because I didn't have a phone, so I couldn't call them every night. So at that point right there, it really was do I really want to do this, or do I want to get back to my family? But I had to make some sacrifices, and I'm happy it really paid off though.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like, you put your priorities, straight, and it must have been hard, kind of just being there and having your family back home. But my question for you is, why Temple? Now, you can be honest, maybe it was the biggest scholarship, but maybe it was also something else you looked at and said, Temple is a family atmosphere. That cherry and white uniforms, that's something that I want to wear. I want to play at Lincoln Financial Field where the Philadelphia Eagles play. Why Temple? Why did you want to become an Owl?
I really remember it like it was yesterday. I came up here for the Tulane game with my friend Miles Hartsfield. He goes to Ole Miss right now, and like I came up here for that game, and then, like I just was in the city, and I was like, oh, this is a good place to be at. I had a couple more offers, like I had Virginia Tech. I had a couple more offers, a couple schools that were looking at me, but it was like when I came on my official visit, Delvon Randall was my host, and it just happened to be that he went to the same prep school that I went to. So right then I was like, all right, I got somebody like that knows my struggle or whatever. And then like just being around like all the players and see how hard they work. And then like I felt like after everything I've been through at East Coast Prep, this would be like the best fit for me because I didn't want to go nowhere where it was already handouts and then guys were babied because like in my whole life I've never been babied. So I just felt like this was like the perfect fit. Like people would say like it was like a family atmosphere. It really was when I came in here. You can tell guys like really liked each other. Like it wasn't no fake friendships or nothing like that. Mm-hmm. When you had a problem, you always stepped up and said what you had to say. And then like just coming here on my official and just being around like a couple of guys who are already committed, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to commit. Like there's no other place for me to go. And at the time I was still committed to University of Massachusetts because that's where I had committed to out of high school. And I went up there and like I liked it or whatever. It was a great feel. Like it was different, but I liked it. But coming here just felt like it was my second home for real, for real.
It's great to see that you've grown so much since you've been at Temple because not just as an athlete, but as a student and as a person. I've known you for 4 years now, so I've known how you were freshman year, crazy guy coming in, and now it seems like you're calm, cool, collected, like you're just here for business. You want to get the job done, you're here to be a student, you're here to be an athlete, and you're here to go to the next level. So what I want to talk about is you had your breakout season. 2016 you came here, special teams, didn't play much. 2017 you made your first career start against Notre Dame, which is really cool. We'll talk about that.
I folded in that game, guys. I was supposed to have a pick six like the second play of the game, and I folded. I'm so sorry.
What happened?
I would have done it. But
Nah, it was just like it was a big atmosphere. It was like
that was the best Temple football game I've ever been to.
Like I was there, and like I'm playing a good defense, and like I turned, and like the ball was right there, and I just remember it hitting my chest, and I'm like, oh. You're on national TV, kid. Can't get that one back.
I kind of remember that. That was so fun, though. You had 8 career tackles against a career high 8 tackles against UMass that season, and then this year you come in. You started the season as nickelback, first career interception against Villanova, first career fumble against Tulsa, 10 tackles, now career high against Navy, recovered your first career fumble against Cincy. You were an absolute animal this year. We're watching you on the television. The reason I say attitude and energy is because that's what you bring to the defense. Would you say is that that's your big time role to bring that energy? Because it seems that you're the guy that gets the defense fired up when you need a big play or something like.
I feel like that's what I had stepped into. I feel like when I came here, I wanted to be a guy who wanted to lead the team, but we already had natural leaders here, and I'm a guy who always just wants to win for real. I don't really care about how we're gonna win or if I gotta play every special teams to win. I want to win, and just guys that's always come on Sam, let's pick it up, and that just brought me to bring more energy. So I know if I'm lifeless, most likely we're gonna be lifeless. But some days the team still pick me up and keep me going. But I try to keep the energy to where we're always playing violence and always playing kind of reckless but in control at the same time.
Right.
So it's a good feeling just being that kind of guy for the team.
So senior year, big season, returning a lot of guys. What are some goals you have, and what are you doing to try to lead the team this year?
The things I'm doing is putting in a lot more extra work, trying to get these young guys to really bring along the young guys really a lot more, because I want to leave a good foundation like the old guys left for me when I was here, coming in Steph Marshall and then guys Ja'ad and then PJ. Those guys were good leaders, and then you'll have guys like Hassan Reddick and everything. He'll teach me some things that out of football who much carried on very, very much farther in life, that taught me like, all right, you gotta help other guys, because if you don't, then the program's gonna fall. And when you come back 2 or 3 years from now, you're not gonna get the things that you really like. You're not gonna see what you want to see, and you're gonna be mad. But it's on you to leave that legacy and to help those guys.
Especially going into your senior year. I mean, no matter what sport you are, collegiate, majors, whatever, wherever you're playing, right? The one thing you always focus on is you want to be a leader, and you always look up to that one guy. And now that you're going to be a senior, those guys are gonna, those freshmen who are maybe undecisive about coming to Temple, just like you were, are gonna look at guys like you and be like, you know what? He's the face of this organization. He's the character that we want to build here. I mean, what does that mean? What does that mean to you coming so far, now being in almost that leadership role? And I got one more for you. When you were coming here, who's someone that, whether it was a player, professor, coach, that really said, you know what, Sam, I'm going to put you under my wing, and we're going to, I want you to come here at Temple?
Fran Brown. I mean, he helped recruit me, and then so when I came in here, like, he was hard on me. Like Ethan said, I was a cornerback for a little bit. So when I played cornerback, it was like he was on me heavy every day. It was like he was never letting me get a break. If I ain't bringing the right energy, he was always on me. And then guys like Hassan Reddick, because I played a lot of scout team. So like, if I didn't come in with the right energy, or he didn't feel the vibe, he'd pull me to the side sometimes and be like, hey, yo, what you doing? Like, we got to win this week. And then, like, even though, like, I messed up a couple times freshman year, and, like, them just bringing me along and being like, hey, you gonna mess up. Like, it's how you react after you mess up. So things like that, like, those guys like Fran and Hassan, those guys really helped me out a lot. Like, even though, like, they might not know it, like, they helped me out develop as a player and as a person, just moving on, like, to the next step, even like you do fail, things like that.
And that's pretty cool that you got to play, like, 4 years at being here. It's like you've seen it all. Like, you've been on the field with some great guys. Son Reddick, Young, right,
Yeah.
at Baltimore. A couple other guys I just can't think off the top of my head. But a question I have for you is, you've had 3 different coaches now. You've had Coach Rule, Coach Collins, and now Coach Carey. How has that played a role for you and the guys who have been here with you for the last 3 to 4 seasons? And does it really make that much of a difference? Do you like it? Do you like Coach Carey? What's he bringing to the table? The environment?
Coach Carey is really Temple tough. I feel like he is one of us. Like, he came in here, he works hard, he doesn't beat around the bush. He tells you what he wants out of you, and he expects that. And he's not gonna settle for nothing less than great every day. Like, every day he comes in, like, we might have a good practice, but he's always going to point out things that we need to get better at. He's not one of those coaches that's going to tell you, all right, we did good today, that's good enough. No, he wants us to be great every day. And then having 3 coaches is, like, it's different, because you got to adjust to a whole new scheme. If that coach want to change the defense, then you got to adjust to a whole new coaching style and how that coach coaches. So it's basically, it's really hard, because you got to find your footing, and you still got to provide for the team. Like, you might not always get along with your head coach, but as long as you understand where he's coming from, I feel like that's how you make it through. Like, you don't have to be the best friends with your head coach. As long as you're doing what they ask you to do and helping the team get better, then you're good. And I feel like with Coach Collins, me and him had like a couple of days where we bumped heads or a little bit, but it was always him trying to make sure I was going to be better and make sure I always took that next step. And with Coach Rule, he really helped me develop as like a player, like from my first year to my second year, because he came in and he challenged me every day, and then he pushed me to the limit to where it was like, all right, either I'm gonna work for this scholarship, or this scholarship is going to be working me. Like,
Right.
That's how I looked at it.
And that's great. And we have some fun questions for you, I know. But before we get to the fun questions, I know you said your grandmother passed away before you came to college. I'm sorry to hear about that. And it's extremely important that you have the right people around you, and whether it's family, close friends, whoever you have in your life, to help push you, keep you there, help motivate you, help keep your head on straight. Is there anybody in your life now, or is your family, or is there a certain friend or buddies that keep your head on straight, that help you, get through the tough times and through the tough times that you had?
Yeah. I mean, when I was up here, couple years ago, and I lost my grandfather. I mean, Dale had just lost one of his friends, like a close family member of his too. So like just him going through that and seeing how he handled his business and see how he still came in and prepared every day, that really helped me out a lot. It showed me that
This is Delvon Randall.
Yeah, this is Delvon Randall. Like it showed me like you can always persevere through these things, because things are gonna happen in life. It's just how you always react to it and how you're gonna take that next step to get past it. And then like my godparents, a lot, like I moved in with them when I was in 10th grade, so like they've been there for me ever since. Like I've been living with them. They never ever like showed me nothing bad, never gave me no bad love, never told me that they didn't want me there. They always opened their arms to me. And so like when things happen, they always call me, check up on me. And I'm saying I still have my mom and my dad there, but it's just them being there like when I was down bad is really helped me and showed me that like people are always gonna care for you. You just gotta find those people.
Right.
Yeah, just want to remind our listeners, this is Sam Franklin from Temple Football. Looking forward to a great season. A couple people were tweeting at us asking exactly who it was. So come on, Sam, we got to identify you, right? Yeah, what's your number 36, right?
Yeah, I'm
number 36. Yeah. All right, cool. So we got a couple more minutes, but just want to let everybody know who we have on air with us right now.
So before we get you out of here, let's get some good questions. We've had some serious stuff. Let's get fun in here.
Yeah, let's get some fun.
Favorite place to get food on campus?
On campus,
or off, like around the area.
Around the area, I mean, I really like seafood. I'm a seafood kind of guy,
right.
So like strictly seafood is like really one of my spots to go to all the time. Like I go in there, get the whiting fish, and then I get the shrimp fried. You feel me? I go in there and get all types of things. I go in there and experiment for real, strictly. They probably take most of my tuition money, but it's all right. It's cool.
Are you a tropical smoothie guy?
Oh man, yeah, I love smoothies.
What's your order?
I usually get like strawberries and banana. I'm a basic kind of guy when it comes to smoothies. I don't really like trying nothing new, nothing like that.
So you said you played baseball when you were younger.
Yeah.
What's your MLB walk-up song?
My walk-up song would probably.
Or you can give us like one or two if you're undecided.
Lil Baby Sold Out Dates, because I sell out all crowds. You already know that. And then Dreams to Reality for real by Lil Baby. Those would probably be my walkout songs just because like they get the juices flowing.
All right. Let's go NBA playoffs. Who do you got winning the NBA finals? For who's from the East, who from the West?
Oh man. I don't know. I'm trying to. I really want the Thunder to win this year. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a Thunder's kind of guy. You feel me? I've messed with Russ. Russ is my guy, for real. And then I'm not from Philly, so I can't go with them.
So that's an interesting point you bring up. You're not from Philly. So coming to Philly, how did you interpret us Philly fans?
Oh my gosh, they were wild. Like,
so you witnessed the Super Bowl.
Witnessed the Super Bowl. I walked outside. It was a parade in the middle of the night. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta go home. They're like, we're walking to City Hall. I'm like, what? I got class in the morning. What are y'all talking about? There's people outside on cop cars. I'm like, oh my gosh, they about to call the U.S. Marshal out here.
So who's your team? Who's your football team?
The Cowboys, actually.
Ethan, what the heck?
Right. Hey, listen, y'all, please
Ethan's
don't.
If you had to get drafted to one team, you'd want the Cowboys to draft you?
I want to go whoever gonna pay me. If they playing, I'm playing. Like, come on,
That's
man.
a good answer. That's a good answer. Well, this was a lot of fun. We have, I know, look, Zach's losing himself.
Hey, Zach,
know what
I'm
he's
sorry,
going
bro. I'm sorry.
A lot of fun. Sam Franklin with us, linebacker for Temple football. Great dude, brings the energy and attitude to the field. We really appreciate you for coming in. This is the main event.
Can I get my final thoughts, please?
Yeah. What do you got to say?
I just want everybody to know that we would really like your support this year, like in all sports, like not even just football. Like if you can go catch like soccer games, field hockey games. I'm the type of guy that goes to almost every sporting event just to support everybody. And I feel like if we bring our TU campus closer, we can have better years, like, and things would be way better. So we might as well just come out and let's have a good time this year. Like, if this your last year or if this your first year, let's make it a memorable year.
And
I love that.
There you have it. You just made my heart feel warm, Sam. And you know what? Maybe the kids will come out. You know the link's going to be sold out this fall. We are excited to see you guys play. The main event, Ethan Miller, Tyler Sandora, Zach Demuse in the building with you. We'll be back after, I guess, these songs.
Yeah, songs. We don't play commercials. We don't got sponsors like that. I want y'all to know that. Chill out.
Philadelphia.